another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
Good morning. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise, TGIF. I am Philip Simon.
And the top of the morning, TGIF. Oh, wait. I'm Danny Pinder. I thought I'd bring a little, spice to the party.
Little church, eh?
A little something. Well, the scripture is a day we led by the Spirit, so.
Yes. Well, listen, we're so happy you joined us for another edition. It's a Friday edition. It's still the lockdown in effect. Gandhi, I'm worried that we may be headed towards another 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, but we're seeing exponential growth, and every day you see at least 50 new cases, and we're over the 1,000 mark now. And so we just have to continue to be cautious. And I told someone the other day, I was like, look, no visiting, don't come over. You're on a site where you work with a lot of other people, because everyone thinks they're safe because they've been doing the right things. But I don't know, somehow, although we pray everyone remains safe, you got to be extra cautious as well too.
Yeah. 53 new cases yesterday. Of course, the majority of them here in New Providence. 1,089 total cases. We've done over 7,000 plus tests. We still seem to be at ground zero with this thing.
Yeah, but when you look at everything, you look at the global context, how many? There are about 27 million cases worldwide, and over 167,000 or 66,000 people have lost their lives, and we just have to continue to remain wise. And the thing is, anxiety has been setting in. People who used to be so busy, like running to and fro, back and forth, and everything else, it just seems like everything has stopped and slowed down. And for some people have been very creative. Some people's businesses have been flourishing. I saw on the news, there's a gentleman and he's been doing his honey harvesting and with the bees and everything like that. So kudos to those people too, who've been able to flourish and thrive during this season.
Well, not enough of them, not enough of us thriving, and something's going to have to be done pretty soon. I certainly extend our gratitude to the Prime Minister and his team. Of course, those at the Ministry of Health, we know that they are doing the best that they can, but certainly we all need a little bit more at this point in time. Gandhi, Kamala Harris.
Yes. I was going to tell you, during this season, while everybody it might be anxious and stuff, a lot of people are spending time at home, and guess what we're doing? We're watching TV. We're watching CNN. We're watching MSNBC, and we have our eyes fixed on this political race. But about 80 days left until the general election, supposed to be, if they're allowed to do their mail-in ballots. But we're watching the U.S. very closely right now.
Yeah, a lot of people are just very, very ecstatic about the fact that you have officially and formally first woman, first Black woman, first woman of immigrant heritage to be nominated as a vice presidential candidate in the United States presidential elections. So that's quite interesting. She seems to be a very forceful, strong Black woman. Of course, her father is Jamaican and her mother is from India.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she was the Attorney General in California, so she has a lot of firsts under her belt. There aren't very many African American women, Black women, who have been sworn in, as a U.S. senator, and she's one of them. I think one of two in the history of the Senate as an actual woman, and she has Asian heritage too. You know, Jamaicans gonna be claiming her, right? They'd be
Yeah,
like,
well,
Kamala Harris,
of course.
done.
I mean, you already see the memes floating around, the White House. Anyway, I'll leave that stuff alone. But she's also a graduate of Howard University, of course, historically Black colleges celebrating as well.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think she's an AKA. I know that. I think she's an AKA. If you get these things wrong, these these Greeks fraternities, they come at you hard. But listen, congratulations all around to all of them. It's going to be an interesting race in November. I think we'll all be watching it, and we're not going to be too far behind
You
in
know, you know
several
what?
months doing the same thing here in the Bahamas.
That's true. You know what I really like though? I saw her. She was dancing and she was getting down like with the horns, and they had the drums, and there was this band. And that's a big part of HBCU culture. But yeah, very educated, amazing. But you know what really caught my attention? Because a lot of people are saying, okay, can Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, can they truly energize the Democratic base and get the millennials and get people out to vote? Her husband, Doug, who is a Jewish entertainment lawyer, I believe, he supports her every step of the way. And they've been showing the clips, and he's just always there. And to watch their dynamic, even to hear her speak when she starts to talk about the coalition of conscience. And she said, but to date, out of all of the things that she's accomplished, her proudest title is Marmala.
Mm-hmm.
To
Yeah.
his two kids. So to see their family dynamic, she got married later in life. So ladies, there's hope. She got married at like 49 for the first time. And it's just an exciting story. And that brings an interesting element to the whole race.
Yeah. Well, we are going to see how that develops. We've got a lot of things that can keep our attention here at home. In fact, on this show, we've got a lot of, certainly the Bahamas Film and TV Commission is here to talk about. They've been doing fairly well. They've had a July increase in revenue, surprisingly. Shell is back to talk about their Spin and Win promotion, which began yesterday. The lines are still at all of the gas stations for the reasons that we know, Gandhi.
Yeah. And it's exciting. At least you could be able to spin and win. It's exciting to be able to win something, especially during this time. But we also have Hubert Edwards, and he's going to tell us about Next Level Solutions upcoming small business series. And if you know Hubert Edwards, he's a force to reckon with. Truly humble, but he's so talented and so wise, and he's always willing to pour into this generation, the next generation. And so I'm very excited about that. And and then guess what? We get to go back to the big yard once again. I'm loving these Bamsi Andrus stories. Yeah. And I want to see what's going to happen with that as well. So we did crabbing so far. We did the coconut. And then now you'll see what's coming up.
Yeah, we're going to be talking with a graduate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So next week as well, we are debuting a new segment. It's called the Fresh Brew, Gandhi. Fresh Brew.
Good. That sounds delicious.
It sounds young. It's a youth roundtable segment where we're going to be talking with young persons and really putting the issues of the day to them. As you know, their feedback and their input is not only needed, but it can be quite enlightening to get that perspective. You call it millennials. Are you the millennial crowd, Gandhi? I don't remember.
We had this conversation the other day. I'm right there. Okay.
The line. That's right. Okay. That's right.
Yes, I'm right there. Okay, fresh brew. Okay, I was thinking, all right, fresh brew. We can have some coffee and we can have some, that sounds good. And I love that. And I love that the counselors is ensuring that our young people have a voice. Do you know when I watch the news now, Phil? I watch the news and I watch it on social media just so I could see the comments on Facebook from our young people and millennials. Hilarious.
It's called news entertainment.
I love it. Phil, a lot of people have been celebrating a birthday. There have been a lot of birthdays over the last few days. So I tell y'all, give me my confetti. Pastor Mario Moxie from Bahamas Harvest celebrated. And he is so loved and so cherished. We love his messages and everything else. But it's so amazing. About a year ago, for his 50th birthday, he was jumping out of a plane. He went skydiving. And then this time at home, but still making the best of it in high spirits and still encouraging everyone else.
No doubt. I remember that. Also a special, I don't know if I should say the age, but certainly happy birthday to Candace McPhee. celebrating today. Of course, it's coming from the Simons over here down out west, especially Naja, Kaylee, and Kemuel.
Oh, that's sweet. And Phil, talking about out west, these coconuts and this coconut jelly. Anyway, at least I have that hookup from last week, so that's fine.
We're going to do that. We're going to do that for you as soon as possible. Now we're going to have our first look with weather at sunrise with Mr. Godfrey Burnside by telephone. Morning, Godfrey.
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Phil, and good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at the weather sunrise, upper level trough over the northwest Bahamas, combined with tropical wave over the southeastern islands. High pressure will produce a couple of showers across the islands. The high pressure will generate some breezy conditions, particularly the southeastern islands, over the next couple of days. But for the most part, today and next day, and still weather-wise, partly sunny, hot and humid. Yes, you can expect a couple of showers or thunderstorms by afternoon. High temperature reaching 92. We'll feel like about 105. Tonight, another warm and muggy one with a chance of a few showers. Low temperature going down to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Some region highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados, 85 and 80. In Jamaica, 87 75. In Trinidad, 85 and 77. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 91 and 79. Across North America, Atlanta, 82 and 72. In Raleigh, 84 and 71. In Miami, 92 and 81. Dallas, Texas, 102 and 81. And Toronto, Canada, 77 and 70. As we go to the weekend in that couple of days, lovely days and still weather-wise, partly sunny skies, hot and humid. Yes, typical summer, chance of a shower thunderstorm by afternoon. Temperature daytime will be in the low 90s. At nighttime, the 80-degree mark. That's what struck me first look at weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Bahamas the sunrise will be back after a short commercial break.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence, every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want first response on your side, call 32FIRST or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First response can't prevent an accident from happening,
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
film sector showed its resilience by reporting earnings of up to $300,000 in screen production revenue in the month of July. Here to tell us more is Clarence Roll, General Manager of the Film Commission, a division of the Ministry of Tourism. Top of the morning to you, Mr. Roll. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning.
Okay, morning. So $300,000 in the month of July. Put this in perspective for us. That's pretty amazing. It sounds good.
Yes, well, in these times, this COVID era, we're always looking for good news. And so Ministry of Tourism is happy to be able to bring some good news in these times. That not everything is glim, things are looking up and we're moving forward. Well, the Ministry of Tourism, as you know, markets the Bahamas as a destination for visitors. And the Film Commission is that part of the Ministry of Tourism which deals specifically with television shows and films, whether feature films or made for TV films and even commercials. And so we are happy that after opening back up for business in July, on July 1st, we had a steady stream of business that came in. And this is not what we typically have in a given month, but it was a very good start. We had close to $300,000 in business, which is about 80% of what we did the previous year in July. And so we're not at full strength yet, but it's something good to report and something to build on moving forward.
Right. So tell us what, I guess, kind of led to that growth. And I want to understand a little bit more because it's the Ministry of Tourism. And we do see a lot of different movies, shows, let's say like The Bachelor filmed here and people learning about the swimming pigs. And we know a number of movies, Tyler Perry and all sorts of different productions. That is a big part of the work that's done, correct?
Yes, definitely. Many times when you see a television show, um, we are the people who are in the background just quietly working things out, because when television shows or films come here, from people come here to shoot commercials, it's much easier to get it done if they're working through the Ministry of Tourism. And there's just a whole lot of logistics that goes on. It's like those ducks that you see on the top. On the surface, it's very calm and smooth and things look graceful. But underneath, those feet are moving. And so we've done The Bachelor, like you said, I think 2 or 3 times through here, as well as The Bachelorette. We've done so many reality TV shows. We've done feature films. We've done documentaries. In fact, in total, we do about 250 projects per year. That's TV shows, commercials, photo shoots that we work on along with people who come here, as well as there are Bahamian productions that we add to that number as well. And so there's a whole lot of work going on, and we have to say it's not just the Ministry of Tourism, but it's a great collaborative effort. We want to say thank you to our colleagues in the Bahamas, the Department of Customs, as well as Immigration, because there are a whole cadre of formalities, border formalities, uh, and other things that we have to work out well in advance of people coming here, and while they're here, even up until they've left and after.
Yeah, so tell us about maybe some of the productions that led to growth with regards to this revenue, because it's something that we need at this time.
Yeah, we had a good number of productions in July. Most of them are related to what people are so fascinated right now. There's an exciting series called Shark Week that's on Discovery now, and we had 3 productions that were related to that. And so, if you've been tuning into Discovery of this past week and going into this weekend, you will see a lot of those productions. And so, we have had Shark Rover 2. Mark Rober is a scientist who worked along with Shaquille O'Neal to come here and do some scientific research on sharks on Grand Bahama Island. And that was a very interesting and humorous program. That they left about $80,000 in the economy of Grand Bahama Island because they shot just off of West End. And then we had um, a series with Mike Tyson,
I
and
saw that.
oh yes,
He was
he had a
trying to
pretty
get over his fear of sharks.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so that was very interesting to watch. But more than the entertainment value, there is a great financial value. And so they spent $40,000 on Grand Bahama as well as the promotional aspect of it, because long after these shows air, people are still seeing them, they're seeing the Bahamas waters, they're hearing about diving, and that's building a desire in them to visit the Bahamas. And so film tourism goes even beyond those benefits. And finally, we had Well, we had two other shows. One was related to Shark Week called Shark Lair with Adam Devine, an actor that people might know from Modern Family and other feature films. And then finally, there was a YouTube sensation that everyone's crazy about called Mr. Beast, that short hair, and they left $115,000 in the economy of North Eleuthera. And so this is a very valuable business, and it's very resilient. It goes on very quickly, even after a disruption like COVID. It's easy for them to come into your jurisdiction and bring a lot of money with them.
Oh, that's wonderful, because at this time we always say tourism, 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 and we need to look at diversifying certain things and different streams of revenue and income, but people don't necessarily consider this, and they don't necessarily think about the film industry. So I love to hear this great news. And so then also it also utilizes the other economic sectors to complete the work, like accommodations, food, and transportation and everything. So everybody usually feels it when we have these types of productions.
Exactly. That's the great value of film. And there's a great study that people can look up by Olsberg SPI, which is a firm that specializes in productions like film and other creative works. And they said in June that film would be one of the first industries to come back. And because it utilizes all these things, you need accommodations, you need rental cars, you need food to feed a crew, that it would feed other economies and other industries, and they would be helped in coming back. And so we've seen that happening in the Bahamas, and we hope that this continues as a trend into August and beyond.
Man, I just want to commend you on all of the great work that you all are doing and the team. And I remember the days of To Kill a Mockingbird and all of the fantastic plays and everything that you put on. So I guess in 60 seconds or less as we wrap, what's next and how can we stay connected to you and follow the journey?
But one of the great things about film is that it's ongoing because you have a lot of work to do along the way. So early on, we did, for example, at the end of last year, there was a show called Naked and Afraid of Sharks, which again will be showing on Discovery. And everyone might know the series Naked and Afraid. They've shot 5 times in the Bahamas, and they did they did a show or a series of shows actually at the end of last year in Andros. And so you see that this money is spread around to several different islands. And so they did a show in Andros. And even though they shot several months ago, it's just now going to be aired this coming weekend. So on August 16th, you can look on Discovery for Naked and Afraid of Sharks. In addition, we're working on several feature films. There was a feature film shot in Grand Bahama called Dolphin Kick. And they're doing a sequel because it was so successful, a family film. That actually left hundreds of thousands of dollars in
So where can we see all of this? Is this posted somewhere? Can we follow you online, or we just got to keep inviting you on Bahamas at Sunrise?
Yeah, please check out our Facebook page. That's our main social media page. It's at 242 Film and TV on Facebook, and you can keep in touch with all the things that we're doing.
Okay, I love it. Thank you so much, Mr. Roll, for joining us, and you have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back after this.
One thing, two things. Blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Welcome back to the show. BAMSI, the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute, continues to be on the move. Here's Malika Claire, a recent graduate in the aquaculture section at the Institute, to tell us all about her studies.
During the 8th annual Andrews Business Outlook, which was held at the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute in North Andros, we had the opportunity to interview Malika Claire, a student at the Institute, about her experiences in the program. Why did you choose to attend BAMSI?
The reason I chose to attend BAMSI, well, first of all, let me start that I'm 27 years old, so I was already out in the working world. And I woke up, I had an epiphany. I woke up one morning, it's like, I am not happy with what I'm doing. Like, I've always had an affinity for water. I love water. I remember someone told me that they remember I went by a cousin's house and they had a pool, and I would always cry to go in the pool, so I was always drawn to water. So I got a WhatsApp one day while I was to work, and it was a WhatsApp stating that BAMSI were giving scholarships. I was like, this is a sign. I need to go sign up. I did it, and so that's how I got there.
What did you study at your time at BAMSI?
I studied aquaculture. Yes.
Tell us what aquaculture is, just for us that do not know.
So aquaculture, I like to call it a marriage between agriculture and marine. So you do plants and fish.
What was your experience like studying at BAMSI?
I had a great experience at BAMSI. I was able to come in contact with so many people, and I was able to get certified in scuba. That's something I never thought I would have done. BAMSI's opened up a lot of windows to meeting people in the right places and a lot of different experiences. So even though I went to BAMSI for aquaculture, I also have some knowledge in managing goats and sheep and stuff, because it was mandatory that, okay, you only came here for one thing, but no, you have to experience everything.
Who would you recommend BAMSI to?
Everyone. Like, age is only a number at BAMSI. Like I said, I came to BAMSI when I was 25. So it's definitely not only for the little teeny boppers.
How important do you think it is for Bahamians to pursue careers in food science and production?
Very important, because we need to be able to feed ourselves. God forbid the COVID gets much worse, all borders closed down, and we can't import our food. Then what? How will we feed ourselves? So it doesn't have to be something that you say, okay, this is the only thing that I'll commit my life to, but as simple as having backyard gardens, feed yourself.
What is next for you?
Well, I have a lot of things that I want to do, but I would say where my passion lies, I love kids. So I would love to be able to teach children how to build their own aquaponics systems, do aquaponics. My research project that I did before graduating, I was looking at implementing aquaponics or aquaculture into the Bahamian school system, and I did it at a primary school, and the children loved it. So I would love to get into teaching children, whether it's in the school or whether it's private, to build their own systems and to be able to maintain a good system.
Welcome to Doctors Hospital. As the Bahamas reopens, we at Doctors Hospital have been hard at work preparing for the new normal. The health and safety of our patients, associates, and others entering the hospital space is ever paramount and shapes the experience as you enter our facilities. All persons entering the hospital will be COVID screened, which includes a temperature check and a few short questions. There's also mandatory hand and shoe washing stations upon entry. Masks are required and can be provided if necessary. To further limit contact, Doctors Hospital has launched a concierge service that allows for pre-registration, a hospital itinerary, in-car waiting, and a navigator to guide you through your visit. Our pharmacy is now offering curbside pickup and delivery services for prescriptions as well. Social distancing markers are placed around the facility, and scheduling for imaging, including CAT scans, mammograms, and 3T MRIs. Laboratory, including our new same-day COVID-19 PCR testing, rehabilitation, and other services, has also been adjusted. Doctors Hospital is here to serve you with the same quality and care that you've come to expect, even as we enter a new normal. Now, more than ever, Doctors Hospital continues to be trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise, Midway Point TGIF edition. I am Philip Simon.
And I am Gandhi Pinder, and it's been a great show so far, and I'm looking forward to the segments that we have left, Phil. But I'm just sitting here and I'm just thinking, you know, and there's been so much going on, but there's also been so much that has happened in 2020 where we've seen people that have come and they've stepped out into the forefront to just fight for the things that they're passionate about. And when we look at Kamala Harris, who is just the second Black female to be in the US Senate and the first South Asian woman to be in the US Senate. And the fact that we see more women throwing their hat kind of into the race, and the fact that she was a presidential candidate, and just a few decades ago, that wasn't even a thought.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, 2020 has proven to be a year of, I don't know, it's first, you know, it's kind of exposed to just a lot of things, and we're not just talking from a business and health perspective. I think it's raised a level of consciousness. You know, obviously you've seen what's happened, not just in the US, but around the world, around the Black Lives Matter movement. People have had an opportunity to kind of stop and really, you know, take in what is happening in their surroundings. So it has raised the level of consciousness in people for things that matter. Right, for things that matter. So we've still got a few more months left to go. We're still in the middle of this pandemic.
At least.
You know, for better or for worse, well, actually, it's probably for worse. I mean, because the politics that has kind of creeped into the conversation is not good. Is not good.
Well, it also depends on how we look at it. But like you said, we found out that a lot of things matter. And in addition to Black Lives Matter, we realize that our mental health matters. We realize that spending time with family and those that we love matters. We realize that our faith matters, our relationship with God matters, and just so many things matter that we were too busy to really pay attention to before. So I'm happy that we're looking into those things, at least taking a closer look at some of those things. And, you know, so we press on. And when I see young people like that the young lady who was just on, and she was talking about food security and food sustainability and stuff like that, it gives me hope, you know, it gives me hope, and it keeps a smile on my face. And you, Phil, have been watching a lot of sports. At least you got that.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, hey, even though it's in a bubble, I'm loving the whole NBA thing. Some great games last night. I think the Lakers squeaked out a win again, so Godfrey would have been happy with that. And of course, the Trailblazers. I just like the fact, you know, that they came back and won that game. And you know, our Bahamians are doing their thing, man. They are doing their thing.
They beat the Lakers. Buddy
Oh, so
Hield.
the Lakers did lose.
Buddy Hield them. They beat the
Oh,
Lakers.
so they won last night. Okay,
by
good,
1
good.
point.
That's even better. Sorry about that, Godfrey. Listen, we've got more to come. We're going to be talking with Shell again. Spin and win. The guys are back to tell us all about that. We usually like it when they come into the studio. And who else, Godfrey? Who else, Candy?
Man, we got Hubert Edwards with Next Level Solutions and the Small Business Series. But of course, we got to take our second look at weather with my main man, Mr. Godfrey Burnside. Godfrey?
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Gandhi, and good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather at sunrise, we take a look at the tropics, and we do have Tropical Storm Josephine this morning. And at 5 a.m., Josephine was located in the latitude 15.3 degrees north and longitude 53.3 degrees west, some 680 miles east-southeast to the northern Leeward Islands. Josephine is moving towards the west-northwest at 70 miles per hour. Max sustained winds now 40 miles per hour. Some gradual strengthening expected over the next 48 hours. Also, we have an airflow pressure over the eastern North Carolina coast, and this has a 40% chance of developing to a tropical cyclone over the next 5 days. Elsewhere, tropical storm formation expected during the next 5 days. In your marine forecast, winds today southeasterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet in northwest and central Bahamas, east to southeast at 15 knots, sea 2 to 5 feet over the southeastern islands. And come tomorrow and Sunday, we're looking at variable winds at 10 knots or less, seas less than 3 feet over the northwest and central Bahamas, easterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the southeastern islands. Your tides. You can expect a low tide at 10:24 this morning. Next high tide will be at 4:57 this afternoon. Low again tonight at 11:28. Sunset will be at 7:46 this evening. Rising was 6:44. UV index 9. Your water temperature 83 degrees Fahrenheit. And the moon phase last quarter. Standard look. Nice weekend so weather-wise. Partly sunny skies. Still hot and humid, with a chance of a few showers and thunderstorms popping up by afternoon. So temperature daytime will be in the low 90s, at nighttime around the 80-degree mark. That puts you up in your fun look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Bahamas at sunrise will be back after a short commercial break.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching for tuning in. So you get to fuel up for a chance to spin the wheel and win lots of great prizes. And of course, free fuel at Shell. Here to tell us more about that exciting promotion are Rufus Johnson, Marketing Manager, Sun Oil, and Edwin Thompson, Retail Sales Rep, Sun Oil Limited. Top of the morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning. This is awesome.
In the wheel.
Yeah. But I think we need to recruit you.
This is it. Well, first of all,
you got it already.
Thank you. So yes, welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. But I want to say that Shell is actually my favorite place to go to get gas. And sometimes if my gas is low, I will wait until I can go to Shell, especially a particular one on Saunders. This gentleman named John there, but the service is so amazing that I have to make Shell my stop.
Well, thank you, Gandhi. You need to be the first one spinning a wheel there.
Gandhi sounds like the modern day Vanna White.
Yeah.
Come on down and win your prize. So,
there
gentlemen, let's jump right into it. Who gets to spin the wheel and win?
Well, Gandhi, we at Shell every year we really try to do promotions that top the previous year. Unfortunately, this year in the wake of COVID-19 and the current circumstances, previously we, along our theme Journeys That Matter, the fuel that we provide really helps people to go further. You get more miles for the gallon. And in keeping with that, again, this year we had solicited, pre-purchased a lot of major vacation packages and concert experiences and some other things for our loyal customers. Obviously, because the environment we're in, we now had to rearrange that and taking into effect and looking at the impact of what's going on in the economy, we decided that the opportunity was there to try to introduce some prizes and some giveaways that would allow people to better their position during this current time. And so that's what it's about. Generally, in a promotion, you come to the station, you fill out an entry form, you put it in the box, and then we draw names on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and you can win. Again, during the COVID environment, trying to eliminate so much contact with paper and surfaces again, we eliminated that part. So we've turned this into an instant win. So we're going to be at our stations, and as customers come down, we're going to call them out. They're going to come over to the wheel, they're going to spin, and they're going to walk away with their prizes instantly.
Oh, I love it. I mean, and when you talk about fuel to go further, that sounds already like a win. So tell us about the trivia games and the competitions and everything that's happening on Facebook.
Yeah, Gandhi, so as Rufus said, we have the best customers in the world, and we want to show appreciation to them. And so, customers were coming in because they're used to our annual summer promotion and Christmas promotion. And like Rufus said, we had to change the game plan. And so we came up with this spin the wheel and win. And we have fantastic prizes. So we're going to be kicking this off today. August 14th, we will be at Shell Marathon today from 12 to 2. It's going to be 3 Fridays in August 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. And then we will carry it over to September 4th, September 11th, and September 18th. So you have 6 Fridays, it's TGIF all over again at Shell.
Right.
And we have some, go ahead.
Do we have to be there at that particular time? Is it always between 12 and 2?
Well, it's 12 and 2. We're going to have a live remote at the service station. Okay. So you coming into that service station, because there's no entry forms or anything. So as you filling up at the pump randomly, you're going to be called over to the wheel and spin. And the prizes are whatever the wheel lands on is your prize. Okay. So we have prizes like gift bags, fantastic gift bags. We have iPads. We have laptops, tablets. We have fuel vouchers, BPL vouchers.
I come into that today. So this is any Shell, and you will be 12 to 2 on which radio station?
100 jobs.
You got it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rufus.
No.
And it's the station that we will be at on that day is where you get the chance to spin the wheel. So we have 6 service stations that we have chosen. Today, we'll be at Shell Marathon.
Okay.
On the 21st, we'll be at Prince Charles.
Okay.
On the 28th, we'll be at Shell Harold Road.
Okay. I need to know how to follow this so that I could stay on top. So I had the right shell at the right time.
So this is what I'm telling you right now. I'm giving you first-hand information.
But
so today, we at Shell Marathon.
Right.
Next week, Friday, we'll be at Shell Prince Charles. That's out east on Prince Charles Drive, opposite Dodge Johnson.
Right.
On the 28th, we'll be on Tony Williams Highway, Shell Harold Road. Because remember that street used to name Harold Road. Right. So we'll be there. September 4th, we'll be at our Old Fort service station. That's when on out west.
Okay.
Then on September 11th, we will be at the airport.
Okay.
And to wind it up, we will be at our Golden Gate service station on Carmichael and Blue Hill Road.
Okay, so we're touching all of the different locations, but today we need to be.
Well, the important thing about this is, this is going to be an instant win. And so for that portion of it, you will have to be at the station on spot because we will be calling customers and we have hundreds of prizes. I'm talking, when we talk about supermarket vouchers, we're talking $100 minimum vouchers. When we're talking BPL, we're talking $200 minimum BPL vouchers. We really want to try to impact and assist people in this time. And so that is for our station promotion. This promotion goes further because again, in the environment that we're in, we understand that a lot of things are happening digitally, a lot of things are happening via social media. And so we're gonna have random social media trivia going on our Facebook page. Make sure log on to our Facebook page. I mean, we're gonna be giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in prizes on a weekly basis. We have again, it's just amazing. So for the Facebook trivia, there's no purchase necessary for the actual trivia. However, for some of the additional prizes, they will be entered to win. So there's a variety of things that we have going on, some things to help people stay engaged while they're at home browsing social media, and a lot of great take-homes to achieve from this.
Man, Rufus, that sounds good because the only thing better than things is free things.
Free things. So in addition to that, Gandhi, today we have contacted 12 of our customers. We have a voice of a customer program at our stations. You know, our service champions, they will present our customers every time they fuel up with a little green card, inviting them to go online and give us some feedback about their visit. So randomly, we select 12 people in a quarter. And so we have contacted these 12 people. They'll be by the service station today to collect their $50 fuel voucher. So it's all about giving back. And particularly in this time of COVID, as Rufus said, we have seen the long lines at the service stations, at the food stores, and at BPL too, you know. So we want to help you with that. You could go on the line, you could stand on the line once you know somebody gave you that money to go purchase.
Listen, I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the energy, but we are out of time. Rufus, give me that handle or let us know how we can connect with you on your social media platforms, please. Just give us that.
Sun Oil, Facebook, just type in Sun Oil and we will pop up our pages there, add us, like us, and go ahead and share that post. And today, the person that shares that post the most will receive a $100 fuel voucher.
Okay, so once we go on the page, everything will be listed, like the rules for today.
The rules, the prizes, everything is listed.
Ooh, I am.
So don't forget, 12 o'clock today, we be at Shell Marathon. Come on down. Spin the wheel.
Y'all know I'm brand new and y'all see me now. I want tanks. Okay, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise, and thank you all for watching. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Listen, now when I...
One thing, two things. Blue thing, whole things. Things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm always excited to have this next gentleman on our show. He is Hubert Edwards. He is the managing consultant of Next Level Solutions. And next week, Tuesday, the 18th of August, I think we're supposed to be out of lockdown by then, but we've got our fingers crossed for Sunday and the next message from the competent authority. Hubert, welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, Phil. Certainly a pleasure. Always a pleasure to talk to you, man.
Yeah, well, listen, always a pleasure to hear, what you're doing. You're a very active, man. You're certainly sold out, not just in terms of the growth and development of our country, but certainly peoples around the world. And listen, you've got a new series coming up. Tell us all about it.
Well, we decided, looking around and see what's happening, we went into the second lockdown. And the idea that there is a segment of the society which we think is getting a beating of sorts out of this whole process, and that's small businesses. And just thinking about, what is it that we could do to help? Because, there's a lot of talk. Everyone is saying, they shouldn't lock down, they shouldn't, but how do you actually get to the place where you start to contribute actively to the whole development process? And so we decided to do a small business series. And so we reached out to our network and we secured a number of commitments from individuals who are, highly competent and have expertise in various areas. And so we decided to put this on free of cost. And as individuals join, they will be able to tune in, listen, participate, and get practical advice for their business. Because at some point in time, the expectation is that we will come out of this flux, but persons need to now start getting themselves ready. So in a way, what we're seeking to do is to help persons to kind of frame their minds and get ready for what is going to be next, because it's not necessarily going to be easy, but of course we have to do it and we know that it is possible.
Well, I'll tell you what, you cannot understate the significance of doing things like this, even in the midst of this pandemic, because again, there's survival, but then there's also revival, getting to the other side and being in a position to kind of advance or redevelop or regrow, whatever you want to call it, a business that has been suffering for so long. It's not an easy thing. And of course, the message of positivity needs to be spoken. And because again, people have become quite despondent, Hubert, in these times, and you just want to throw in the towel, you want to give up. But there's an other side to this. So talk a little bit about who some of those speakers are, in addition to some of the topics that you're going to be covering.
Well, we have a wide range of individuals. We have Duquesa Dean, who is going to be speaking on customer services. We have Simone Bowe, who's going to be doing human resources. We have Tim Ingram, who is going to look at insurance, which is a very important part. We have Keith Major, who is going to be looking at marketing and sales. We have information technology. We are starting this week with information technology, Shervin Evans and Andre Kelly, who is going to be talking about service excellence. So basically what we're trying to do is to focus individuals on what will be necessary, or some of the areas of focus that will be necessary to get them up and going. Because at this point, you really can't just stay in a flux. Despondency, it will set in. But if you start having the conversation and if you start exploring the problems and finding solutions, I think will be good. We also have individuals like Nathan Sweeten. We have individuals like Donovan Roll, and we'll be talking a little bit not just about some of the hard areas of business, but we're getting into the mind and talking about leadership and talking about what is possible. How do you really condition yourself to see things in a positive light? Because I think this COVID situation has put us in such a flux, put us in such a situation where persons are starting to think, is it possible? Small business is the biggest driver of any economy. And so we believe that if we're able to help a couple of persons here and there within this sector, then we would have done a good thing for the country and for ourselves.
You're right. You know what? And you're absolutely right. You would be doing a very good thing, because the struggle is not only financial and physical, it's also a mental struggle.
Yeah, it's a mental thing.
People are just holding on by like the skin of their teeth, as the saying goes. Talk about the registration process. How do people participate, become a part of these meetings?
Well, simply we have a flyer out, and you just need to grab the flyer and use the information on the flyer itself. There's no pre-registration which is required. So on the day at 6 p.m., you just turn up, jump on Zoom, and we are there. We're going to be there from about 90 minutes to 2 hours. There'll be two presenters each evening, or if the subject matter dictates that, it may be only one. But we're trying to this is not something frivolous. We're trying to be very fundamental. We're treating this as if you paid, $500 to come to a seminar. We're giving you solid material that you can take away and use. And we did it in a serious form so that persons will have a chance to view now, to absorb it, to think about it, to come back next week, and they may have questions. And so we'll be taking questions. We'll be looking for additional partners. And if individuals want to volunteer to be a part of this, and then we will incorporate that. We will go as long as necessary, because COVID is going to be with us for a while. So we will go every Tuesday as long as necessary until we get this done.
All right, so every Tuesday, beginning next week, Tuesday the 18th, the hours are 6, beginning at 6, possibly to 8. And again, you can get this information. Is it on your website or your social media?
You can find us on social media. It's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn. And you can also check out our Facebook page. It's Next Level Solutions Bahamas, Next Level Solutions Bahamas. And you can also check out our website. It's nlsolutionsbahamas.com, nlsolutionsbahamas.com. And we just believe that it's not always about making money, because at the end of the day, if everybody loses their business and have absolutely no money, then there's no one to pay you. So this is kind of part of our service and giving back to the country, giving back to individuals. We may not have known them, we may not have come in contact with them, but we want to create a situation where we pull a network together, and out of this process, they will be able to identify professionals who may be able to help them into the future. And so this is what this is all about.
Yeah, perfectly said. Hubert Edwards, Managing Consultant, Next Level Solutions. Again, the series begins next week, Tuesday, August 18th. Thank you so much, Hubert, for joining us here on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Certainly my pleasure. Always a pleasure to be here. We want to thank the counselor for always supporting the things that we do. Many things that we have done in the past, we couldn't have gotten the word out without the support of yourself and Joan Albrecht. So we want to be very thankful. I want to say hi to Gandhi, our friend over there, who is co-hosting with you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Ubuntu.
Yes, thank you so much. Hubert Edwards, Managing Consultant, Next Level Solutions. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
One thing, two things. Blue thing, all things. Things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Well, that's going to do it again for this edition of Bahamas at Sunrise. We trust you enjoyed this show today. Lots of information, lots of things continue to be happening here in the midst of a pandemic. Gandhi, so good to see you. I see you, you're still in church mode.
You see me with my tambourine. That's amazing how you associate a tambourine with church. I love that. But I want to say happy birthday, since I don't have my confetti, Crystal DeGregory, Mitzi Turnquest, Gavin Cassar, Shavanette Roll, Pastor Mario Moxie, Guido Roll, and my dear friend Mayor Oliver Gilbert, who celebrates this Saturday. All the best. He's running for Miami-Dade County Commissioner, and we're wishing you all the best. And so since we don't have the confetti, we're going to leave you with fireworks as our credits roll. This would have been the Olympics. We just celebrated our Golden Knights. They won gold some years ago at the Olympics, but the fireworks were prepared in Tokyo for the opening ceremony of this year's Olympic Games. Due to COVID-19, of course, the Olympic Games had to be postponed, but since the fireworks and firecrackers could not be stored until 2021, the fireworks of the Olympic Games were displayed on July 24th, and we want you to enjoy those fireworks set up under the beautiful Mount Fuji in our closing credits. I drink too much Fiji water.
Listen, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Alicia Colma, happy birthday to you also.
Yeah, let's go get this gas now from Shell so we could spin the wheel.